important career lesson you need to know as a young professional is that you cannot build your career in isolation. You cannot build your career all by yourself. You need people, you need resources to be able to build a sustainable career. And this is why I'm talking about this particular topic today. You might be wondering, why do I want to talk about this? What kind of relationship do I need that I have not had? But today you'll be seeing it. I'll be breaking it down. But what if I told you that even though you need people in your life, you do not need them to be hundreds, you do not need them to be thousands. You only need 3 major categories of people in your life to build a successful career as a young professional. And in this video, I'll be breaking them down for you. But before we go into today's conversation, I have a good news to share with you. Hi superstars, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time of viewing my channel, make sure you click on subscribe button, you like, and you drop a comment, because I would love to get to know you as my first time viewer. So drop a comment to introduce yourself and tell me what you enjoy most in today's video. My name is Olajumoke Emi. I'm a YouTuber, as you can see. I'm a content creator as well. I have other social media accounts, and I am a corporate professional. I work in the corporate space. I'm also a founder. I'm building my own brand. I have a lot of things that I'm doing. So if you really want to learn from my experience of doing all of these things, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You follow me on my other social media pages. I would love to see more of you everywhere I go. Earlier I said I have a good news to share, so I guess this is the time to do that. Last year I applied for Young Talent Program by Lagos Business School, and I was rejected. I saw the rejection email. I was sad about it, but you know me, I don't even take in rejection for long. Whenever I see rejection email, I move on. I cannot come and kill myself, because I tried my best, but I knew that if I had the opportunity, I was still going to apply for the same opportunity again. So I saw the application this year and I applied again. I made sure that I did better than what I did in the last application. So I got an email recently that I was selected. I was part of the top 4% of people that were selected for the program. I'm so excited about it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm still happy till now, because I've been applying for a lot of things, and whenever a rejection email comes in, you move ahead. So whenever I get congratulations email, I'm usually happy, right? Because the rejection emails are usually more than acceptance email. So I'm sharing this with you. If you also got in, I don't know whether you applied, and probably got in for the program. The program would be happening this month, and if you'll be there, I would love to see you. You can send me a DM. Sometimes you need to apply more than once. If something is really what you want, you desire, if you apply first time and they didn't accept you, you can still try again. In as much as you are still eligible for that particular opportunity and you don't feel like it is way beyond it, you can always apply again. There is nothing wrong in submitting application twice. There is nothing wrong at all. So you can always try as much as you have the opportunity to try. Back to the topic of today's conversation. Now, I already left you wondering, what are the categories of people you need in your life as a young professional to build a sustainable career? And I will be explaining these people based on the degree of access, because you know that there are some people that you have personal access to, and there are some people that you do not have personal access to. But regardless, they still have impact. They can make impact in your career journey. The first I'll be talking about is a role model. I know this is something that we have always been hearing. We talk about it. Who's your role model? You say Ibukwan Woshika, you say Tony Elumelu, you say different names, you know them. But sometimes we do not know how to utilize this role model to their full potential, even though if we do not have direct access to them. Most of the time, we don't have direct access to our role models. But we have indirect access. And that is something that you need to leverage. You might be thinking, how to have indirect access to my role model, someone that I don't even know in real life, that I've not seen before. Look at somebody like Ibukwan Woshika. She has content, she posts content, she makes video, so you can easily see the videos she makes online to consume it. You can follow her on her social media pages. You can follow her program, all those things. That is one of the ways of you was leveraging your role model. Your role model is not just there for them to inspire you. You are supposed to learn from them, digest, consume their content, and pick out lessons that you can actually incorporate in your career to build your own career. Role model is somebody that inspires you, somebody that you like their value, you like their attitude to work, you just like the place they are in life. Maybe it's even a position that you like to get in the future. Ask yourself, the person you consider your role model, what have you learned from that particular person? Can you, if they ask you that, what are the values of this person, will you confidently list it, or you just be thinking, because most of the time our role models, you just only know them by mouth. They ask you what is your role model, but when they start asking you deeper questions that you can actually know by consuming their content, by studying them, that you have access to, you still do not know them. So are they really your role model? If you do not know all those kind of information, this is the time for you to know that your role models are there for them to inspire, for you to learn from them, for you to pick what they are doing, what you can also do, how they build their own career. Because most of the time it might be like you're also aspiring to get to where they are in life. So how can you study them? What are the attitudes they have to work? What are their work ethics? What are their values? What are their principles? What are those things that when people ask other people about them, they will quickly say about them? Have you studied their career paths, how they started? This is why sometimes, like, when I like somebody, one thing I'll first do is I'll first go to the bottom of their social media page to go and check their very first post. Sometimes this is something is not something easy to do. It is not something easy to do, but I will go through the stress. Because most of the time, we are only celebrating their end result, what we can see now. We do not even know how they started. You might need to know how your role model started so that they can easily inspire you. They can tell you that, okay, these are the things that you have access to, the privileges you have access to, that probably you have not even been leveraging on those privileges. But when you study them, you realize that they leverage those privileges. It could also inspire you to what? Leverage the same privileges. Just because now you know that you could leverage those privileges. When you take those lessons from them, it should be easier for you to build yourself. It should be easier for you to also create a pathway for you, because you can't exactly leverage what they leverage. Everything you cannot. Imagine if your role model went to Covenant University and you went to Polytechnic, or you went to a federal university. They already have more privilege in that sense than you, because going to private school is not easy. I mean, being in that kind of environment is even more access. Do you get? So look at them, study them, pick the ones that you can pick. There are some role models that you cannot really, like, even if you feel like they inspire you, if you study their journey, maybe they are not the right role model for you. Because imagine your role model actually had billionaire parents, and then your own parents, when you started your own career journey, they can't even afford to buy you food, they can't afford you to give you a good life. So you cannot really compare yourself to that kind of role model. It's important for you to study your role model enough for you to understand the privileges that they have access to, the resources that they had access to. If you actually have access to the same resources, or you don't have access to the same resources, so that you will not even question yourself. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you might even question yourself just because you are looking at these people too much. You are looking at them too much. You feel like, oh, I should have done this. But you do not know that that particular person that is inspiring you, she went to one school in London. While you went to Polytechnic, you went to a federal school. You were struggling to even eat. Mind you, then they were not thinking about what to eat, because they don't need to struggle. So study your role model, to know what you can pick and what you cannot pick. You can easily create a pathway for you just by taking lessons from your role model. A pathway that will work for you, because you cannot copy their journey. Two people are different completely. You can only pick certain things that can actually work for you as an individual, so that you don't end up questioning yourself too much. The second person you need is a mentor. A mentor is somebody who has the time and willingness to guide you. A lot of people, when they select mentor, it's somebody that does not even have time for themselves, that they will go and pick. So it will be hard for that person to actually create time to guide you. One thing you need to first consider when you want to select a mentor is check, would they be available? Will you have access to them? This is not to tell you that every of your life problem you go and be telling your mentor. No, that's not about it. It's about, for example, now if you have a problem today, if you send them a message today, I mean within some days or within some hours, they will be able to respond to you. It's not say it is after 1 month they will not respond to you, that even that particular thing that you wanted answer to, you don't actually need it anymore. So think of access, easy access when you want to choose the mentor. It's someone that can guide you, that can give you like access to some of the resources that you need to even go, which could even be talk. It could be them connecting you to certain people that you need to build your own career. It doesn't have to someone that has achieved a lot of things in life. Just look at, do they have time? Time is a very important factor in selecting a mentor. So if you have a mentor now and then they are not really active, they don't have time for you, probably it's the time for you to choose another mentor. Like I said, everybody is busy. But regardless, if you choose a mentor, they should be able to still make time to guide you whenever you need it. The third person is an accountability partner. In fact, you can have more than one. Even for the rest of the things I've said earlier, role model, mentor, you can actually have more than one depending on your need, but don't overwhelm yourself. So now let's talk about the accountability partner. Accountability partner is someone that you have access to frequently. This is not somebody that you send message to today, they will respond after 3 days or 4 days, 5 days. No, it's somebody that is in your level. It could even be your friend. There are people that you can easily access. And then you choose accountability partner based on specific goals that you have. You probably now you want to submit 100 applications before the end of July or before the end of August. You can just select somebody that is working towards something like that. So you people will create time, maybe like around 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. at night. Then you apply for opportunities together from certain time to certain time. It's something that I'm actually doing. I have an accountability partner currently that whenever it is 9 p.m. I know that we have to jump on our call. Like I have to join our call just to do certain things in line with my own career. And there was even a time that I had an accountability partner where the goal was just to be applying for opportunities, and I can't count the numbers of opportunities I was able to apply for them. I was able to apply for a lot of opportunities because it was consistent, it was frequent, and that person will always be there to check up on you. Your accountability partner is somebody that can hold you accountable, that can call you back to order whenever you feel tired, because you always need people like that. There's sometimes that you don't even want to work towards your goal. You are so unmotivated, you don't want to put effort. But if you have people like that in your life, they will be pushing you. If, for example, you want to start creating content, you can have an accountability partner that is doing the same thing. In fact, even though they are not doing the same thing, just ask them that they should be checking up on you. Oh, have you created this? Have you done this? Have you done that? If you want to start writing, you can choose somebody that is into writing too, that both of you can be checking whatever you are writing together, check, correct, and then like update it. One important thing you need to know about choosing an accountability partner is that you don't need to choose someone that needs to be constantly pushed. Someone that you have to be forcing. It has to be somebody that has the same level of drive like you. If they don't have, it will end up not being effective. They will not be effective at the end of the day. This is why you need someone that has the same drive. Somebody that is usually like motivated almost all the time. I know it's not easy to be 100% motivated. Let me just like 80% to 90%. They are usually motivated to work towards their goals. So if you are serious about growing your career, you need to ask yourself, do I have a mentor to guide me? Do I have an accountability partner to keep me consistent? Do I have a role model that inspires me from time to time, that whenever I see their post online like this, I'll be motivated to go and do things I'm supposed to do? Do you have people like that? So if you do not have them, now is the time for you to start working on a superstar. You are a star. So building your career is not something that is easy. It's not something that you can do alone. When you have these categories of people in your life, it will be easier for you to work towards your goal. It will be easier for you to hold yourself accountable. It will be easier for you to keep yourself motivated, because they said that the road to success is hard. Yeah, it is hard. Why? Because it is easier for you to watch movies than for you to work towards building your career. It's easier for you to scroll online than you watching a course on Coursera. Honestly, I've been taking a course, but I've been struggling. Actually, I know it is not easy at all. It's not easy. But when you put in systems, like these are actual systems, these people could be part of your system to keep you updated, to keep you motivated, to be consistent. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button, you like this video, you share with your friend, and you drop a comment. I would love to see your comments. I will know you better. So make sure you drop a comment. See you in my next video, and make sure you connect with me on my other social media accounts. So if you have any personal questions that you want to ask me, you can always send it as a DM to me on my other social media platform. I will always do well to respond to your messages.